What is up? Oh my gosh, now my camera's not working. Kurt, give the intro. I'll be right back.
Oh, snap. All right, guys, what's up? I'm here with just myself. We're going to be talking a little NBA today. Guys, actually a little 6-7 game slate, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was correct. I'll be on the Showdown playbook tonight for the Clippers Spurs, so check that out, guys. Oh, man, I was just now getting into the fun part, spread.
Go right ahead. Don't let me stop
I'm just kidding. Take
People
over.
tune in to see Kurt, right?
Wow.
Hey, give him that promo code, right? You're one of the most popular people here.
Promo code.
Why not, right? When you're a happy person, happiness spreads. When you're in a good mood all the time, people want to be around you. It's just natural, right? And I feel that 3,000 miles away. I don't even know where you're at today. Where are you recording from today?
I'm back at my parents' house.
Is this your old bedroom?
No, this is actually kind of a little. So this is like the movie room.
Dang, that's sweet.
Look, they got a popcorn machine over here.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's like a little movie room. But this is like their basement, or not their basement. This is like their attic, basically. But it's a movie attic. Right. Yeah. So we're here, and the promo code is Kurt15. But if you look at it, it looks like it's Curtis. So I don't know if that's on purpose.
All right. Well, all right. We're a little late, but we're excited to talk some NBA with everyone. I see my guy Nadestify in the chat, of course. If you haven't seen his NHL show, you're missing out on the winners. And
I just now gave that out today to my barber, big NHL guy. I told him to check out your show, Austin. So shout out you and Zargo, Tanner, Maddie, all you all that are on that. Shout out.
And to be fair, I'm just taking the picks. I'm not watching the hockey, but we appreciate the winners. My guy Parabay in the chat. Great to see you. My guy Sean Lockhart here. Sauce Boss. Hey, I appreciate having him here. He's been giving some good winners here. My guy Sprite Soda and Robert. Robert's here, right? Robert and I have been talking for a while. Robert, one of the original supporters of the show, right? When we were over on the Bets channel and we didn't have as many viewers. He was always giving us retweets, letting people know about us. So, happy to have Robert here with us talking about the NBA today. So Tyler's joining us too. We're both running late, but to be fair, the Australian Open's been on, and I was meaning to go to bed early, so I'd be up and ready, get everything done before the show started. But, bro, that Warriors game was just too fun, man. I could not turn that off. Did you see the end of that game?
Yeah, with the.
Did you see Jordan Poole shoot from half court and Steph Curry? I've never seen a guy get so mad at his teammate that he got himself ejected.
He didn't know what. And Jordan Poole was like, I don't know why he got ejected. Because of you, dumbass. Because of you. Idiot, bro. Oh, my God. Steph wanted to punch him in the face that time.
Yeah, I know, huh? He's like, now I understand where Draymond's coming from. But the Warriors got the win. Unfortunately for us at Run Pier, they didn't get the cover, so we split the game. And, bro, if they would have gone to overtime and I didn't get the cover, I probably would have thrown a mouthpiece too. I don't even have a mouthpiece. I would have gone out to Big Five, bought one, and then thrown it because I would have been so pissed.
Boiled it like the old Little League football days.
Yeah.
Got it.
So let's see. We had that one going on. We had a pretty good night overall. We gave out 2 totals to start the night. They were easy. I mean, well, I guess the Magic Pacers got kind of close towards the end, but we also gave out the Sixers and the Nets over. That was a nice one. Fun day on the show as well yesterday, and that's why I love doing the show. I'd actually projected the Thunder to win, but C-Dome and Tyler both made great arguments for the Hawks, and we talk about not blindly following the projections. So when things like this happen, I say, okay, guys, tell me why you think my projections are wrong. And they had a simple reason. The Hawks haven't been healthy all year. Your numbers are flawed. Your inputs are flawed. I said, you know what? You guys are right. We're switching the pick. We're taking the Hawks. They made that a sweat too. At one point, it was like 119 to 104, 3 minutes to go. Oh, yeah, Hawks win. Great job, C-Dome. Great job, Tyler. Then it ended up being 137, 133. I'm like, they almost blew that game.
Couldn't be easy.
But we got it. We got that one home. We did miss on the Pelicans, and it sucked because we're on the fade the Timberwolves when Gobert was in there. Pelicans were up to, I think it was a 6-point lead at half, and then at one point I looked in the third quarter because I actually took a little break from watching the game. My buddy came over. Right, we're lifting weights. Right, I'm trying to be like Kurt. Right, I'm going to be a little old fashioned though. I'm actually going to go out in the real sunshine for my tan, but. Hey, I'm California, right? You got to do that. You got to do that out here, right? Kurt, if you lived here, you'd have the natural tan too. In fact, we should get you out here. You'd be pretty popular amongst
my buddy has
the young eligible.
on Newport Beach. So
okay, that's way far away from me. That's about 9 hours away from me. And it's much richer area. I live in Sacramento. It's the capital. Everybody's poor here. But you know, my guy Tyler just joined us here. He's talking about Newport Beach. Like I've been there like twice in my life. So yeah, we're still in review mode, Steven. We're off to a late start too. So yeah, I'm trying to get Kurt to come out to California. I've been trying to get Tyler for a while. But Tyler, we got to get your take. Bro, did you see the end of that Warriors game?
Yeah, I mean, Steph did not like Jordan Poole's shot selection, fires his mouthpiece into the stands.
Cost us the freaking cover, man.
We got a cupcake ref that throws him out of the game, and then how about the play?
Okay.
How about the play to win the game though?
That was sweet.
Yeah, that was a great find by DiVincenzo to find him on that backdoor cut.
Yeah, we should have got that cover. I mean, you know, I'm a big Steph guy. I love the Warriors. Blah blah blah. He threw his mouthpiece in the stand. I couldn't really argue.
He's been ejected 3 times, all for throwing his mouthpiece.
Yeah, you'd think he would learn by now, right? And he's such a calm, mild-mannered guy too.
Well, how about Poole almost screwing up the game even more when he tried to pass it to Clay? He fumbled the ball, and Clay just kind of grabbed it and just flung that 3 up, and it went in.
Yeah. So that's where Clay's still the man. So the Warriors got it done. They didn't get the cover, but we split the game, right? Because you're talking to me when we were doing the playbook after the show, and you're like, "Bro, you have a huge edge to the under."
Yeah, we bet the under spread's like, no. I'm like, well, we might want to.
You have a 10-point edge on the spreadsheet. Oh, okay, you're right. We'll get into that. I was talking about the close call that we had with the Hawks, but I was giving you credit for saying, hey, these projections might be wrong because the Hawks are fully healthy now. One of our favorite plays, though, the fade the Timberwolves with Gobert, and that was one of the few that we lost last night. Both the totals hit. We hit with 3-0 on totals last night. Both the early totals hit. And what was the last game that we had going?
The Lakers Spurs. That was the last game of the night, but I don't think we bet anything in there.
Yeah. The Jazz. We lost on the Jazz.
Yeah.
Did you see Dame drop 60? Broke the slate.
This was the most efficient 60 in the NBA history. He shot he had a true shooting percentage of 90%.
Going back to my take, right, when I put Wilt in the top 5 above LeBron, did you see the 60-point game list?
Yeah.
Wilt, Kobe, then Dame. But did you see the numbers?
Yeah. Well,
Wilt, like 34.
Wilt was
Kobe
60 on us spread.
Yeah.
After you got done at UPS and I got done at my job, they sent us over to play Wilt. And then you drop 60.
Man, I hope they didn't send our girlfriends over either, because the only one that's got more numbers than Kurt is Wilt, right? I mean, you should be a big Wilt fan, Kurt, the way that you navigate those apps, right?
That man, how did he not catch the HIV?
I don't think it existed back then.
It wasn't a thing back then.
I don't think it even existed until the early 80s.
I mean, he lived long, didn't he? Longish, right? Or am I thinking of? Yeah, Wilt lived.
I don't
long.
really think so. I think he died pretty early because he should still be alive. Like Bill Russell.
Yeah, maybe he did have HIV. Damn.
No, he didn't. He didn't. But no, I mean, it didn't exist back then. I remember when it started. That's how old I am. I lived when I was born. It didn't exist, and then in the 80s,
I remember the Black Plague.
Yeah. No, I remember. Yeah, it was like. You guys don't know about this, early mid 80s raps. Like one of the big topics was wear condoms. Like it was literally one of the biggest topics in mid 80s rap. So, all right, enough of that. We are in review mode. What's up?
He died before the 2000s. I wanted to see where he died. He died in 1999.
I was thinking of Kareem then. Whoops.
No, yeah, Kareem's still around.
Yeah, Kareem's still kicking it.
Yeah.
He's
all right.
He's ballistic.
Do you guys want anything more from last night's game?
Just one other thing I want to touch on, because they flashed the 3-point standings for how many have been made, because LeBron jumped up to 7th on that list.
Uh-huh.
Is Steph's 3 record going to be the new Kareem points record when he's finally done? Is he going to have that thing at
no, because everybody's going to shoot him now.
Yeah, but if you still look at it, it's he's at 3,300. Mm-hmm. James Harden, who takes a shit ton of volume too, is only at 26. Dame's at 22. If Steph just keeps racking them up, that number is going to be 8,000, and it's going to be well, good luck catching that number.
Bro, let me touch on this real quick. Did you guys watch the final countdown yesterday?
I did not.
Dude, Big T and JSU are on there, and they're like, well, if you take out the shooting, I'll take Kyrie over Steph, and you take out the off-court stuff. And I'm like, okay, You're taking out his two most important attributes.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's like if you take away the pocket passing and the ability to diagnose plays at the line, Kyler's better than Tom Brady.
Facts.
I mean, you took about his big
spread. I'll take Carmelo Anthony over LeBron, but I want you to take away his athleticism, his basketball IQ, his strength, his speed.
Yeah. You take out all those and you just go to mid-range isolation scoring. Carmelo's better than LeBron. Anyways, I gotta win. I wanted to cash last night because when I shipped the 100K, I was gonna tell Big T because I was gonna do it with his lineup that he owed me an appearance on the show to talk about that take.
I'll get him on here. I'll keep talking about it.
Dame. I got damed last night as everyone moved up the standings behind me.
I'll get him on here, spread. I'll keep talking bad about his Serbian Teletubby that's on your screen over there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. I mean, it's just like,
why do you hate Jokic so much? Jokic.
Listen, Kurt, I went over this yesterday with C-Dome. I know you're the same way, Kurt. There's definitely an athlete out there when you watch him play, regardless of personality and how they are, you just hate the man.
Brock Purdy. Yeah.
Okay, exactly.
How can you hate Brock Purdy?
I want him to get humbled. We'll talk about this tomorrow. I'll give him Brock Purdy take tomorrow.
Okay. All right. We'll save that for tomorrow. Good
well,
call.
We know who Kurt's on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. I hate that fucking city. My least favorite city in America, though. On God.
Really?
Oh, I hate Philly.
What's your favorite city in America?
With my what?
Favorite city in America.
Oh, where I'm born, baby. 727 St. Pete, Tampa. What up?
That's not really your favorite city. I was born in Sacramento. It's not my favorite city.
Like, I mean, obviously everyone's going to pick San Diego, but I have my most peace of mind when I'm back home in Tampa. I don't know why.
All right. A lovely weekend with your two favorite Tinder dates. Where would you want to take them? And you can't go to Tampa.
San Diego, right? It's got to be San Diego.
I don't know. I mean, there's other fun places. I mean, New York.
In the United States, San Diego.
Okay.
If I'm out of the country, I'm going to Monaco. I'm going to one of those French islands.
Tyler, what's your favorite city in America?
Probably San Diego. Everyone's going to try and pick LA, but San Diego's like the laid-back city.
No, it's trash.
Bother you, yeah.
LA's pretty fun. Kurt, have you been to LA?
LA's fun, but it's
but when we go to Newport, LA is like 45 minutes away, so we shot the one in
LA is fun, man, especially for a young guy like you that's got charisma and confidence. Yeah, you have a lot of fun in LA. Let's dive into tonight before Kurt dives into all the fun things he can do in LA. Chicago Bulls are now -6. They're in Charlotte taking on the Hornets. Total of 234.5. Tyler, this is one of the projections that we don't like, right? Because it's right around the area that we don't like. I have the Bulls winning by 4, but we could see that we could see the Hornets foul right out of this number. So I didn't have a play on this game yet. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, probably a stay away from me. I do think Chicago wins it. So if I'm going to bet this, it's probably through the Vucevic double-double and win. Because centers have just beat up on Charlotte. He's in that spot where he should be able to rack up a double-double, get us like 15 points, 10 rebounds. Another prop I'm looking at his is he's somehow, some way spread. I don't know how this has been a prop. It's been hitting a lot. His assists have hit like 8 of his last 9 games.
Who is this?
Vucevic. They set it right around 3.5, and the dude walks out with 5 assists every game. So give me the over 3.5 assists, give me his double-double and win, and give me his points.
All right. Are you worried that his matchup's going to be so easy tonight, though? He's not going to need to pass?
Could be, but I think the way they use him in the offense, I think he's getting the ball to like DeRozan.
It's because they've been using him more at the high post.
He's never someone who's going to be ultra aggressive, though. I mean, he's a team guy. He's never ultra aggressive.
Looking back, isn't that a terrible trade for Chicago?
I was listening to a podcast last night. They were just talking about like trade potential things. His name came up as one because it's like Chicago needs to blow it up. There's nothing.
Who wants him?
Yeah.
Who wants him?
Where'd they say he could go?
Dallas.
No, the way they used him he was like a compliment to another big man. He came off the bench. I can't remember where they sent him to. I'll have to re-listen to that podcast. We'll bring that up tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, I guess, because they weren't a playoff team when they acquired him, and now they are, right? And in Sacramento, we're going through the same thing. We're just happy to be in the playoffs,
he was also the big name at the deadline that one year, and it was like no one pulled the trigger, and Chicago was like, we'll do it.
Well, what they ended up giving up, Franz Wagner, right? Wendell Carter Jr., and isn't there one more pick that still has yet to be picked? like
Pretty sure, yeah.
this year. I mean, it's just like
They give up a lot
overall.
for literally nothing.
Yeah, terrible trade overall. Kurt, how are you approaching this game between the Bulls and the Hornets? And smaller slate tonight, 6 games, so we have to have interest in every game, right?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't really know how you look at it from a. It's kind of hard DFS and betting because we don't really have the. Have we got updated news on Charlotte of who's in, who's out?
No, I mean we never do at this point. So we do
just LaMelo and Hayward are questionable.
Obviously, you got a couple value points. You can go AO, you can go Jones Jr., a couple guys if you're running a big pool. Some interest there, and then if I'm pretty sure Rozier's going to play, but if Ball is out, you got 4 or 5 Dennis Smith Jr. And if, like you said, Bigs have been crushing Charlotte. My prop was actually also going to be the Boots rebounds double because he tweeted back someone today about how he had rebounds. So I don't know, maybe he goes out and attacks them today. I thought that was funny. It's a good little narrative to bet, which I already have. I bet that before we came on the show. So that's what I got.
I got a little PTSD betting double spread. You see what almost happened to us last night?
And John Collins?
No, Wendell Carter walked out 7-7 on his first rotation, got us 9 rebounds in the first half, had 10 plus points, and then racked up 5 fouls and didn't get us that last rebound until there was 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Well, at least he got it for us. West Coast says LA, way too much traffic. San Diego's better. Tyler is right, laid back, relaxing. West Coast, aren't you in LA? I forgot. I know you're in Southern California, right? Because we're too far to hang out with each other. He also says the Magic suck. They did nothing with the trade. I disagree, man. Ask the Boston Celtics. They're at least moving in the right direction. Wouldn't you guys agree? Magic will be a playoff team within the next 2 years,
Franz
right?
Wagner is a great core piece to have.
They're good. They're growing.
And Wendell Carter is too. They finally got their star this year. They're probably going to get another pretty good pick.
He's one that he could be there for a little bit, and they could kind of get rid of him and funnel other guys in there. I think Wagner is one of their main guys.
Oh yeah,
I think Bobo's the main guy. You all keep respecting Bobo. Bobo's the main guy.
Are you playing Bobo lineup tonight, Kurt? My guy Jonathan Nelson is with us. Excellent. Lakers they beat the Spurs. You got to be excited, Jonathan Nelson. You guys beat the Spurs.
Leave my guy Jonathan Nelson alone. He had to deal with all the stuff we gave him about the Vikings.
That's true.
The Lakers are back. LeBron's down to 100 to 1 to win MVP. They're gonna make another trade.
No, you know this is all coming from a fear, right? Because I'm afraid they're gonna pull ahead of us.
Oh no!
I thought that the Kings were gonna be good and the Lakers are gonna be bad.
What's wild is if they go on a 12-game winning streak, they just start.
Well, they're 9-4 over their last 13.
But I'm saying, when you look at the West standings, a 12-game winning streak could take you from 10th to 3rd in the snap of a finger. All you need is a couple other losses around you. You get right up there.
I mean, I was hoping. He's asking me, do I not have Braun in my top 3?
You're never living that one down.
Yeah, I kind of did it just to get some engagement. We'll go over that. We'll go over that in a different one. But hey, Will, 36 games over 60 points, right? It's hard to keep him out. Derek Ponce wants to know about the projections on the total on that game. Let me pull that up. I put those in before. At least we're running a little late, but at least we got the projections done today, right, Tyler? Appreciate you clearing those out for us. In that game,
I think it's dead on.
Clyde's gonna love it. Dead on. I don't have an edge on either side. Don't have an edge on either side there, Derek. So, all right. Anything else from this game before we move on?
That's pretty much it for me on that one.
All right.
Not one of my favorite spots on the slate.
I don't think so either. I mean,
Chicago's not a team I really like.
Can the Hornets actually win this game?
Yes, that was the words coming out of my mouth. It's like Chicago's not a team I like backing. Charlotte's a weird team right now. Chicago's also in do we blow it up? Do we keep going mode? They win games against good teams.
I mean, they're quietly doing better. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Chicago is.
Yeah, but are they good enough to make noise in the playoffs? I say no.
No. But
that's always the biggest question. It's you got a nice regular season record. You're going to translate that to the next 10? It's probably not. So I'd blow it up. So you just
blow it up unless you're going to be in one of the top 4 teams in the league, though? I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily true.
I mean, what do you want to be, the Pittsburgh Steelers or the NBA?
I mean, do you want to be the Houston Rockets with $1 million draft picks and you're developing too many people at the same time?
You don't got to go that far now. Chicago they deal DeRozan and Vucevic, keep Levine and just build around him. They won't bottom out. They'll be towards the bottom. but they'll have other pieces to put around them.
All right. Well, we'll talk more about that at the trade deadline. New York Knicks are plus 8.5 in Boston, taking on the Celtics. Totals 221. Tyler, original looking, at this line, I thought for sure projections were going to have me on the Knicks. I thought that was going to be too many points. Nope. Favored Boston here. I got them winning by 11. Knicks 1-4 in their last 5 against the spread and straight up, right? So that nice little run that they have, it seems to have evaporated. Now, you follow the Knicks more closely than I do. Why do you think that this team that seemed to be moving in the right direction all of a sudden is struggling?
Yeah, I mean, it was just the product of they were just hot shooting at the moment in my eyes. I don't think they were ever all that good of a team. Like, they have some good players, but I just don't like the way that team is built. If Tibbs is going to push these guys the way he does, when they're hot, they're going to win games like that. They're going to rip off wins. They're going to look great. But then them guys are going to tire out eventually, and I think that's what we're seeing now. And they're just going to lose a couple games. It'll take some time to regroup, and then they'll go on another streak, and then they'll do it again. They'll win 8, look great, and then they'll lose 6 of the next 8. So just something to keep an eye on with them. Terrible matchup for them today. We'll say that.
Robert, I gave you the props for supporting the show earlier. We love that, but I think I disagree with this.
Our guy Luis is on a good thing too. Barrett's time off and him coming back may have been something that had to do with that.
So you think they did better without him in the lineup?
Well, it's just him being out. You kind of get used to playing a different brand of basketball. He comes back. Now he takes the ball away from guys. It's just stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Kurt, what do you think of this one? Are the Celtics overrated?
No, we'll see come summertime. I think you'll be eating your words. Right. He said right now, though. But, I mean, we've had the guys.
And that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. The guys in and out of the lineup. How we weather this storm. You want stuff like this to happen early on. How they weather the storm and how they respond is just huge. And I think they'll respond the right way. That's why I'm on my Celtics tonight.
Yeah, I guess he's right. They're 6-4 over their last 10. They're only 5-5 against the spread. They do have the best record in the league, and we do keep them as the best. So, all right, let me take that back a little bit. I guess if you qualify it for right now, but it seems to me like this team's trending in the right direction here. They are 1-4 against the spread their last 5 games. So, you know what? I take that back, Robert. I guess you do have a point here. Kurt, how are you approaching this game?
Like I said, I'm on the Celtics side. I'm glad your projections agree. I think we're getting healthier. I think we just absolutely roll this Knicks team. Usually I'm not a homer. I'm actually usually the opposite. But I feel like this is a perfect storm here. 2 teams I think are going to go in different directions these next 10 games. So I'm going to be – come on, I can do this. I'm going to be laying the points.
Laying the points.
Boom!
Yeah. It's like when you're the favorite, it's just like Tinder. You're laying it, okay? Like when you have the underdog – you're like your date. You're taking it. Tyler,
no, we are never taking it ever.
No, okay. Bad analogy. Excuse me. Tyler, Jason Tatum, national TV, kind of slipping out of MVP conversation. Do you think we see a big game from him tonight? I just did the wagering war with my guy 5-star. He was on the Tatum over points tonight. What do you think of Tatum props?
Yeah, definitely love Tatum in this spot. In the Garden, he's not in the Garden. He's in TD Garden, not the Madison Square Garden. So he's back home. It's against the Knicks. I said it's a bad matchup for them. Like, Barrett won't be able to cover Tatum. Randall's a good offensive player. He doesn't play much defense. So, like, Tatum's in this weird spot where
let me correct that. Like, the 3 times a year that he tries, he's actually a good defender.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Thibodeau lets him get away with how lazy he is on defense because I've seen him do pretty well.
He ain't playing defense today, so Tatum's going to walk out on the floor. He's going to shoot a ton of threes. I like the 4+ threes and win it plus 150. Also, like Jaylen Brown off this little bit of a break here to just come in and just nuke this team, too. Guards have been nuking New York. He might even catch an even nicer matchup. Like, who's going to guard him, Brunson or Quickly? Like, there's really no tall wings to guard these guys. I think both of them have big games. Give me Brown's performance doubles and Tatum's performance doubles.
Kurt, to me, it seems like if you're going with the Celtics and DFS, it's a spend-up situation. The Brogdon's back, Jaylen Brown's back, Horford's back. So to me, that means that there's less, value. The mid-range guys aren't as attractive. What do you think about spending up for Tatum? And talk to me about the other side. We the people, always sharp, adding to our chat. He thinks Brunson should light the Celtics up. Are you interested in a Brunson run back? Who are you interested in this game? Because You know, this game's kind of fun to do right now because I don't think we're going to get nuked with news here. I think you could give me a pretty accurate projection of how you're going to approach this one.
No, I mean, I'm never going to talk someone off Brunson and GPPs. Like, I'm not going that route, but like we know what. I mean, if that guy gets hot, like Smart's out, we can't throw Wyatt at him and stuff like that. But I mean, he's going to be taking a shit ton of shots. Usage is always there. Great GPP play if that's what you're feeling. For someone who's a Celtics fan, I actually don't usually pay it for Tatum unless it's one of those short slates or something like that. I don't really love this spot for anyone here. You can take a shot on Robert Williams, but even with Horford back, it's very meh. Like you said, it's either you spend up, which I usually don't do. Kind of like Brown, 9-4. If I'm 20 maxing, I'm only running 3 tonight because I got too much other stuff to worry about. But, yeah, if you're 20 maxing, Jaylen Brown would be my priority here. Nothing else really.
All right, Kurt, to invest in the EuroLeague.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have actually one share of Grimes. I like Grimes 4-3. I just think he's a bucket. I liked him in summer league. Like him at Kansas. I like.
Was he the one they didn't want to throw in the Mitchell trade?
I think it is. Yeah.
He's good, huh?
He's got a nice jump shot,
man.
He can defend well too. He's a two-way player. I'm surprised he doesn't get more minutes. Especially in Thibodeau's system.
Shit, he's been playing over 30 the past
one
2.
of them guys, it's like when you look at college basketball, it's like who kept Houston afloat for the last couple of years? Mm-hmm. And you just look, it's like when Virginia was good, it's like who the hell were these guys that kept this team so high?
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon's, and then you look, it's like, oh, Houston had these guys like Quentin Grimes hanging out around. So one of those guys.
I love that Houston program, man.
They produce.
Yeah, how are they this year? I saw that they dropped to number 3. Are you still high on them, Kurt? You're a big
Oh yeah, I mean they lost the Temple at home, but like I don't know, they responded well to care of UCF. So I'm still high on them. I still think they have a chance to. I think probably my national title favorite right now. I hope they and Kansas State make the Final Four. The teams I'm really rooting for.
Do you see what that Imani Bates did the other night?
No, I'm not following Eastern Michigan, sadly. But what'd he do?
He scored 29 straight points all by himself.
Oh my God! I wish more guys
all in the first half, and then finished the game with I think like 40.
God, I wish more guys just went to the MAC and just.
The thing I love about it too is like this. Everyone penciled this kid in as like the next KD, and all that hype died when he left, and he still got all that talent. Like somebody's gonna snag this kid late in the draft and be like, "How the hell was this at pick 20?"
Yeah. You ain't lying.
So I think the biggest surprise of that whole breakdown, Kurt, is that you don't follow Eastern Michigan. I'm actually surprised.
I know, right? They're never on the slate, so I don't have to watch them.
Yeah, I don't even think they're D1, are they?
Do you watch enough though? Can we bring you on the draft show with Steve and Gav? You watch enough,
Steve and
right?
Gav.
Dude, they crushed it last year, bro. I mean, most of their player projections were fantastic.
That's awesome. Yeah, Gav cracks me up. That'd be fun.
We're bringing you on. All right. So, hey,
let's go.
Get ready. Start scouting some of these NBA guys. Anything more on the Knicks and Celtics before we move on?
That's it for me.
Oh, he asked if Brogdon and Smart are still out. Smart's going to be out tonight, but Brogdon's playing.
In.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
So there we go. Yeah, injury news is starting to come in. But hey, it's the NBA. The injury news goes till after lock. I mean, I watched the final countdown with those guys yesterday. I mean, we didn't have any injury news until after lock, right? Just put TJ McConnell in there and just waited to continue to build the lineup. The Detroit Pistons are +9 in Brooklyn, taking on the Nets, 236.5. Tyler, I had a small edge to the Nets here. I don't know. Pistons have been pretty terrible, though, especially on the road. My favorite player is Jalen Duren, over 10.5 rebounds. Bro, the guy got like 15 rebounds in 18 minutes against Chicago. The guy's a freak, dude. He's one of the best athletes I've ever seen. He's 7 feet tall.
I don't mind
like a guard.
Double plus 130.
Okay. Yeah, because I had to lay -130 to get my number. Go ahead and break that game down because I don't have a lot of interest in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird game. I think this is going to be one we get late injury news out of. I don't think Kyrie's playing in this game. He's not been a fan of playing back-to-backs recently. They had a big game last night. He played a lot of minutes. This is one of the ones.
You think he'll really sit?
I think we get close to 7 o'clock, and it's like, hey, he's now got a back injury, and he's not playing. So I could see him sitting here. I like Detroit plus the points. Could they win the game outright? Yes, but I'm going to take the +8. If Kyrie does play, though, some of these performance doubles, I mean, 30-plus and win in a matchup where he could just chuck threes, just going to his threes, his 5+ threes and 1 is plus 300. If he's in there, he is going to score a ton of points. He's going to have whatever he wants. So if he's in, I like his performance doubles. If he's out, give me the Pistons +8, and I'll sprinkle on that money line.
All right, Kurt, how are you approaching this game? I mean,
well, I wasn't really expecting Kyrie to be out, but that actually makes a lot of sense. So I won't be touching it from a betting perspective. Besides the Dur, I totally didn't have a bet on this, but man, Duran, if Stewart gets, have they ruled him in or out yet? Are we still? Yeah, I mean, I think you can get some good value on that. And if Stewart's ruled out, holy fuck. I'm sorry. I mean, you got great value on that, right? Like the Duran plus 130. I don't know if they're already putting it in. You guys would know more than me if they're assuming Stewart's out, but I'm going to go ahead and take that when we get off the show. I love that. For DFS, I mean, there's not many guys that can handle the ball if Kyrie's out. So, like, Seth Curry's got to be an option for you, especially versus the Pistons. He could go for like a
He's got a Q tag also.
Seth does?
Yep.
I thought he was leaning towards the end. Son of a nutcracker. Okay, well, I mean, I don't really know what else I can say with all this injury news for this one, but I will say that the Duran thing is something I love here. So let me go Duran.
all right, yeah, I'm big on Jalen Duran too. Let's talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are -9 in Houston, taking on the Rockets. The total is 220. Actually, I did a fun podcast yesterday. I went on the board betting podcast with my guy Punt School, Josh down in Australia. That was a lot of fun. It was Wednesday afternoon for me, Thursday morning for him. Tyler, he brought up a great point for the Rockets that I want to share, but I didn't want to give him credit. If you're going to bet them, only bet the first half. This team blows leads left and right.
Games, yep.
They did it again last night against the Wizards. They should have won that game. They blew another lead. So I just want to point out, if you do like the Rockets here, take them first half, man. Don't even bother with that full game stuff. We've talked about it before. I thought that, hey, maybe with Jalen Green out, KPJ out, Jalen Green could take over, lead this team on a little winning streak, but just not enough to get it done against the Wizards team that I guess, does have some veterans, but I don't really think it's a tough team. Now they face the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. No, yeah, you're late with people. We did do that game. Sorry, threw me off. No, I don't eat Jack in the Box. I try and eat healthy, man.
I was waiting for you to read those comments because I knew it was just going to derail your breakdown.
I don't think I've eaten Jack in the Box for over 10 years, and I think my stomach was hurting so bad. I mean, it was like.
So the place we stay in Newport, you can walk to the Jack in the Box. Mm-hmm. We can also walk to Chronic Taco. We've gone to Jack in the Box. We've been going there since I was 8 or something. We've never got Jack in the Box. We just go to Chronic every time. Jack in the Box is absolutely gross. Whoever said that, you were absolutely foul. Foul.
No, I love West Coast Jam. He's just asking a question. He might not even like it.
He's a great person, but that question was foul. I love you, West Coast.
It did derail my breakdown, Tyler. But let's be fair. This game sucks. Yeah, Cavaliers, Rockets.
This game's ugly. We the People's right. The Cavs just came off the board because Love didn't practice, so we got to take the game off the board for a backup big. Mitchell's probably not playing. They said he can miss multiple games with this groin injury. He didn't practice, so don't expect to see him out there. It's another one, spread. Just like you said, it's an ugly game. The Cavs on the road have not been a fun thing to back. I'd really hate to take them -8.5 and all on the road, but I'm not taking Rockets plus 8.5, but I will dabble into your first half idea in taking the Rockets there. I think they could take the first half and then lose the game late, maybe. And this is a spot where if Mitchell sits, I mean, Garland could smash this team.
Woo!
Guards always smash Houston. This is a perfect spot for him to just absolutely nuke. Definitely like his props here. His 2.5 threes, I think, is way too low. I think that should be 3.5. Give me that 2.5, and I'll bet that 3+, 4+, and 5+.
All right. What do you think? Kurt, how are you approaching this one?
So yeah, I mean, I was just going to mention that Garland, in an absolutely nut spot. For DFS, I think we kind of just take a wait-and-see approach. I can't play this thing doing against this front court. So that's how I'm doing it. And let me see if I can find a prop real quick. If you want to take it over spread, I'll find a prop for this one. I want to give out a
I mean, I didn't really have much on this game. Tyler, let me check these projections real quick. Did I have a total play here?
I don't think we did.
No.
Oh, it took them all off.
I have it about 223. It's 221.
It took them all off. I thought you just said they took off one. Wow. Okay, never mind.
All right.
Yeah, even from like the projection, nothing's popping for me really. So maybe something we'll see later on. Shout out Ricky Rubio for his return. I might take a stab on that just because that guy's been good to me.
Here's my favorite bet in this game: Darius Garland 4+3s, Cleveland wins +250.
Okay, that's fair. What do you think about Terry Eason tonight? He does everything but score.
That's my boy, man. I love Tari Eason. He was my play of the day the other night. He did well, so always got some love for Tari Eason. We'll see how the night goes, but TBD. If I'm giving it, like if he's popping, depending on how many minutes I give him, then I'll definitely have some Tari.
All right. Anything more on this game, Tyler?
No, that's it for me on that one.
Yeah, man.
You know what?
I'm not really too excited about tonight's slate. This is my favorite game to bet. Next one, and it's the renewal of a rivalry, Tyler, the Dallas Mavericks, who took out the Phoenix Suns last season. They returned to the scene of the crime. These teams don't like each other after last year, right? That wasn't just they weren't hooping, right? They were talking shit, and like LeBron said in that one that you sent me. And now there's a lot of bad blood here. This Dallas Mavericks team has been bad as of late, and pains me because I wasn't high on Christian Wood, but it's kind of correlated with the loss of Christian Wood in the lineup. Maybe too Lucas-centric. I know Glaucoma will hate to hear that. Phoenix, on the other hand, got a player return to the lineup, and I think it's been huge for them. And I'm talking about Cam Johnson, of course. Cam Johnson's had good nights. He scored, like 24 points in 18 minutes, or maybe I got it wrong. Maybe it was 18 and 24. But he's been really efficient since he's been back. He brings in more defense, and, of course, you have Chris Paul, the floor general, out there. Dallas has been terrible on the road. This is my biggest edge on the board. Give me the Phoenix Suns. What are your thoughts, Tyler?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be on the other side than you, but this is another one. But I don't like this slate at all, to be honest with you. There's just so many games on this board. Or just you look at them, it's like it's tough to get involved here. Like, I kind of want to back Phoenix with the narrative, but Dallas, Luka could just absolutely walk on the floor and just nuke this team right here. Like, I know CP3's on the floor, could be the floor general, but Dallas kind of figured out the blueprint on how to beat Phoenix, and that's just to tire them out. You don't think they're going to go that way this game and just chase after them and just try and tire them out, get them in every pick and roll? They're going to try that. I'm going to lean Dallas, but I'm probably just staying away from this game as a whole.
All right. What are your thoughts, Kurt?
I'm going to be on the Phoenix side. I think, both teams are so depleted with injuries. Cameron Johnson's a big enough points difference. He makes a big enough difference. The guy's long, can play D, can score when needed. So I'm going to lean the Phoenix side. From a DFS perspective, I'm not – I know he has to play the minutes, but going back to Powell after a new game is scary. I'll have a little exposure, but I do not love it. I really like Josh Green.
I'm sorry.
Dwight Powell just went off last game. He's going to need to play big minutes. He's 3,600. As of right now, there's not too much smash value, so he will be probably decently owned if nothing else happens, but something will happen to the NBA. Nothing happens. Josh Green, I like his game, playing big minutes. I think the kid's going to take a next step at some point this season, and God knows Dallas needs someone to. It's just his offensive game is just not polished yet. Maybe we see it spark at some point. So, like him for value. Not much else here right now. But, yeah. So we got a couple value pieces if nothing else changes, and I'll be on the Phoenix side.
All right. We both like Phoenix there. Glad we agree. Guys, this slate is pretty bad, but we're here breaking it down, giving our best efforts to find the winners. All we ask, hit that thumbs up button. And, of course, you know what I'm going to say next. Head on over to runpuresports.com. Use that promo code SPREAD15, Tyler15, or is it Kurt15 or Curtis? We don't even know.
Who knows? Put in both.
Throw those in there, right? Also, if you use that promo code Kurt15, I think you get a free Tinder Gold membership. The San Antonio Spurs are now plus 13. They're plus 13, bro. Against the Clippers.
Is an ugly one.
I guess the Clippers are a little better than the Lakers, but is the Clippers ready to be laying 13 points? What are you thinking about this game, Tyler?
Yeah, give me the plus 13 if I'm betting aside. My worry, though, is that you're starting to see some of these Spurs guys come in doubtful.
Yeah, Cisco's out or doubtful. He's probably not going to play.
They rolled Langford out. I know Langford's not as important. It's just seeing the injury news come across. I think you might see more Spurs come in and just get rolled out.
What are they resting for, though?
I don't know.
For
That's what they're
lottery.
resting. They're resting for Victor.
For the midseason tournament next year.
God bless. What a disaster.
Yeah, that's my only worry there. I'm not laying 13 with a Clippers team. They could win this game by 50. They could win this game by 50, and I still will not lay that 13. Like, I can know they're going to – you could give me the script that says they win this game by 50. I'm still going to be hesitant to bet that minus 13. So, if I'm betting it, it's probably through a performance double. I don't think these guys really want to go inside and in the paint against a team that just doesn't matter. They're just going to chuck threes. Give me Paul George 4+ threes and win at plus 230.
Kurt, if the Spurs do sit these people, though, we're going to have to play some of them in DFS, or do we even have to?
Yeah, I mean, but it's scary. I mean, no matter what, because it's pop. But, like, base Diop looked good the other night when I was checking it in. And then I actually like Tyler's bet because I actually am on Paul George a little bit, 8,500. As of right now, with the slate's laying, I do have interest in him. He made my first original, just rough draft build. So, Paul George interest. I'm also on the plus 13. These Clippers team just sucks, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's just the guard situation. It's just so damn bad. So damn bad. So, give me the plus 13, give me some Paul George, and potentially give me some Spurs. Apparently, Collins is going to keep smashing, and Poe's just going to keep not playing. So, you have an interest in Collins, too. That's all I got.
If you're the Clippers, do you call Toronto for Fred VanVleet?
I would. I love Fred VanVleet, though.
I think that's a great piece they should try and
What do you have to give up?
They have. What do you mean?
Give up Luke Kennard and his $50,000 million contract.
Why would Toronto do that?
You match the salary there. You throw in a pick. They
have any picks? I thought other picks were going to OKC.
Well, they could do the Lakers thing. Here's a pick out in like fucking 2045.
I guess if you're Messiah Jury, you'll actually be around to use that.
I think that'd be a good pickup for them.
Kurt, let's talk about this comment. Do you think it's bad that we ask for the likes? It always seems like whenever I fail to do it, we don't have very many.
Down the minute. Just do a great show and people subscribe all for free. I thought most of the shows I watch, like when it's off, it's not us. I'm pretty sure they're asking for subscribe. What's the difference between asking for people to subscribe or like? Same thing. People are always asking for something, especially on free shows.
All right. Well, you're probably right, but I got to do it anyway. Sorry about that, Marquis. We love having you in here, though. Trade Terrence, man, no way. He's one of the bright spots on that team.
I think Kennard's actually pretty good, too. I was just giving out someone that maybe had potential value. I think Kennard and Mann are actually good pieces. It's just, I mean, you got to go out and do something.
All right.
And also about the likes thing, like, I mean, if you're watching the video, it's so easy to just hit the button. It takes 3 seconds. Like, it helps us out. Like, I mean,
people do forget, like, you know, like our guy yesterday is like,
chat. Some people don't realize they don't hit the like button.
Yeah, like because they were dropping like weed strain names in the chat yesterday, right? So it's like you definitely like
that guy was just lost, Fred. He wandered into the wrong store and was like,
no, because he started talking basketball later.
I know, I'm just playing.
But I'm just saying, right? Like, you know, you might start thinking about Jack in the Box a little too much. And did you notice in the chat? I kind of skipped over it because we were talking basketball. Jack in the Box pretty popular in this chat. So,
our guy Dennis comes in with the nice nugget. Darius Garland B-Day today, fellas. 35+ points at plus 650 on DK. It makes me like that 4+.
That's so funny. It's the opposite in tennis. We always fade the players coming off their birthday.
I'm starting to think the NBA is like the easiest way to bet it is narrative based. All these guys do is listen to the media in the NBA. They hear one bad thing about themselves from another guy. When they play that guy, they go out there and try and kill him. Every time. They hear bad stuff in the media about themselves. They go out the next game. They try and rally around their guys and put together a great game. So just keep an eye on these narratives when it comes to NBA.
Isn't that crazy how the players today, they're like checking Twitter at halftime. Like Wilton, they're like counting phone numbers from the women he got in the first 3 rows at his halftime, right? He's scrolling through all those numbers. Which one should I call? Here's a good question from Steven. Do you guys ever parlay the first to 10-point plays? There's one on DK that looks pretty tempting. Let us know what it is. I never do. First of all, I rarely parlay.
What up, Matty Ice?
He's took Boston, Brooklyn, Cleveland, the Clippers, first read 10 points at plus 545.
Makes sense.
What's
to
the
me.
difference if you took them all money line, just in their games? I guess it's different.
Yeah. My worry though is like you get like they're going back and forth. It's say 7-8. You're at 8. They're at 7, and they chuck a 3.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to look into that, Steven. So that's the thing. When I was doing the podcast yesterday with Punt School, they're asking about first quarter bets, and I said first quarter bets are way different than now first to 10. I don't think this will matter because it's starters, right?
I like that more when it comes to college. I will say that because them college teams, they'll lock in on defense. Like Baylor last year, you could bet Baylor would be the first to 25, and they'd get to 25 before the other team got to 5.
Yeah, okay. But you're probably paying a much cheaper price, right? I can't imagine.
Oh, you're definitely – I think they were coming in at like minus 130.
Yeah. Okay, well, not the best slate today, but I think we did a good job. We had a fun show. I had a great time. I hope everyone watching had a great time as well. I think that's what we talked about earlier, though, Kurt. When you bring the positive energy like you do, Kurt, I mean, and how can you not, right, living that fantastic lifestyle? But it just makes everybody happy. I'm in a great mood, right? I see Tyler perked up right when he sees you on here, so hopefully we did that for
I come on and Kurt's just air thrusting.
I mean, Marquis. No one's attacking Marquis, are they? I mean, he just makes a point. I mean, if it like you can't pick and choose.
It's something we should probably talk about off.
Look, Brock Purdy annoys me. I can't explain why. He just does. I'm not going to fault anyone.
You are going to explain why tomorrow.
Yeah,
I can't stand that Teletubby and spreads background.
Sports YouTube channel. What's up?
Yeah,
I said I can't stand that Teletubby and spreads background.
Do you want to move up a little?
Yeah, use your head to block them.
Yeah,
Marquis, we still love you, buddy.
Just switch Luka and Jokic so Jokic is right behind you and we never see him.
I mean, I'll find a new one for tomorrow. I would throw the beam on, but we didn't like the beam last night. Can you believe we lost to the Raptors? Well, you told that. Actually, you told me
they had your number. Yeah, we were on the Raptors.
It's a terrible matchup for us.
Yep.
So, I was disappointed. It was a low-scoring game too. After we put up like 130 every night, we didn't even break 100 last night. Credit to the Raptors defense. All right, we're not done yet though. Let's do the best bets and then because I don't think that we're getting a ton of news today, Kurt. Talk about your favorite spend ups as well. But we're gonna start with you, Tyler. What's your best bet for today's side total or prop?
I'm going with the Garland performance double 4+ threes and win at plus 280. I'll play the over 2.5. The over 2.5 threes if you can't get that. I think he just goes off today. I don't think Mitchell plays. He's gonna get all the usage. He might hang 40+ points on his own today. So. Love his props.
All right. Kurt, what's your best bet for the day? And then after that, give us your best spend up for tonight.
I'm going to go Kyrie, my favorite spend up. Then a little contrarian a little bit. I'm going to go actually Paul George is my second spicy little spend up. So those are my two.
All right. And are you going to make a bet today? What do you got for us?
I just like the Duran thing. I fell in love with that one.
So are you doing the double-double or the over rebounds like I did?
Doing double-double, and I'm doing Vooch over rebounds as well. Okay. I might even do freaking I'm not gonna do it, but I'm doing Duran, and then I'm gonna do a Vooch over his rebounds because of what.
Jalen Duran's gonna be one of those guys that proves that you don't need to tank to get a bomb ass player. True, he's gonna be so good in like 3 years. And what did he go at? Like 13?
I thought he went in the top 10. I thought he went like late.
No, he went because we had him under.
Oh, okay. Maybe all the mocks had him in the top 10, and he fell out of the top 10. That's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, he's so good.
He's just a product of how the NBA has slowly become a perimeter game. And if this draft happened 10 years ago, he'd have been number 1.
Yeah, he's so good. So I'm big on Jalen Duran. But my best bet for tonight is the Phoenix Suns minus 1.5. I know it's tough to go against Luka. I know that he will be by far the best player on the floor. And then the Mavericks might raise their level of play because hey, this is going to be a tense game tonight, but I'm looking forward to watching it. Had a big edge on Phoenix, and with Cam Johnson and Chris Paul back in the lineup, I think we're starting to see, some flashes of the team that had the best record in the NBA for the last 2 seasons. DeAndre Ayton has been confirmed in. I think that's big for a Dallas team that's small right now. So go ahead. Cam Johnson's back. I think the Phoenix Suns are going to go on a little run here, and it starts tonight against the Dallas Mavericks. I'm laying the minus 1.5. So, Kurt, it's my favorite time of the show, though, because I don't know what's coming up next, but you're getting us out of here.
So I've been giving out EuroLeague props every day now, and I'm next game doesn't start till 3, but I'm 1-0 right now. 8-2, I believe, or 7-2. since I've been giving them out. So I put them on my Twitter at Curtain Call. They're usually about even, like basically a pick 'em almost. You might give a little bit of juice. If you parlay them, then you can get even better odds, obviously. So at Curtain Call on Twitter. And then also shout out to the hockey show. Stay tuned, guys, for that. They're giving out bets too. So let's have a great day. I can't wait to talk some NFL tomorrow. Let's have a good slate tonight. Everyone, good luck.
Yeah. Hey, West Coast Gem is on to me. Durin, Shengun. Yeah. Yes, I do. Right. And yeah, make sure you guys check out the NHL show. Like I said, Nudestify. I'm going to bet the plays. Probably not going to watch the games. But hey, the money spends whether or not you watch it. Isn't it funny how sometimes you feel like you have to watch your bet? Like, like you lost because you
I'll
didn't
bet
watch
those
the game.
NHL. I'll bet the NHL, but I ain't watching the game spread. Like I thought the NBA games were on TNT yesterday.
Yeah.
And I turned on TNT and hockey came up. I was like, ooh. And I just went and found the NBA games. I was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, but hey, that money spends the same, so we
Oh, it
appreciate all
definitely
the
spends the
work
same, but
you're
I
doing.
can't watch it. Just like I can't watch baseball, but I'll bet them Joe York winners.
And as Kurt told me last week, even though it's crazy, right? I got an expensive habit when I'm eating steaks every single night. Kurt thinks it's bad for my heart. I think it's good for these biceps. All right, with that, promo code SPREAD15 for me, Tyler 15, Kurt 15. Head on over to runpuresports.com. Hate to say it, Marquis, but hit the thumbs up. Run Pure.